What's up, guys? It's me, the ALE Double X, here to give you my full review of Ultima Lucha. I've reviewed part 1 and part 2, but I actually want to put it all in like one full card. I actually was just going to review part 3 of the show, but I actually want to review the whole show entirely just because, I got a lot of stuff to say and I got a lot of stuff to like kind of think about as I'm reviewing this. And let me just say that this will be one of the hardest shows I have ever reviewed because there is some good to this show and there is some bad to this show. And we could all agree that Ultima Lucha, the first one last year, was way much phenomenal than this one. And this one had an even better build up, and I was super excited for it. It kind of reminded me of Iron Man. Remember that when in 2008 Iron Man came out, no one knew about it, but then people saw it and it was like the greatest thing they've ever seen. And then you get to the sequel, which everybody was pumped for, and then it was just kind of mediocre. Now, I love Iron Man 2. I liked it actually a lot more than half of the people watching this right now. But I kind of did have that feeling of, really, is that it? So, there's like that. And overall, I think that this show could have been better if it stood alone on itself and not focusing on what other things that you're focusing on, like focusing on what's next for the future. Which last year they did perfectly when they put everything all in one video package at the very end, which I think was my favorite thing that I've ever seen in Ultima Lucha. But over here they kind of just went with it and just like whatever. It was just kind of weird book, like honestly. So the first part 1 we get the whole unique opportunity for a unique opportunity tournament. We kick it off with Cage and the Mac, and we were all excited since we saw this match last year. Then, because Dario Cueto liked the whole, this is my favorite match last year, I'm going to make it again false count anywhere. So, therefore, he did it a false count anywhere, and they beat the hell out of each other. It was much better the second time I watched it. They're fighting in Dario Cueto's office. Everything's just going haywire. And then, eventually, the Mac wins by roll-up, which I'm fine with, because this match was even better. It topped last year's. By far, it topped last year's. It was great, and that's the whole thing about this show. It pumped you up when you saw this match, and I was like, oh shit, I can't wait for what's next. And then sure enough, we get Tejano and Son of Havoc in a bar fight. And now I enjoyed this match the first time I saw it, and then I rewatched it, and it was just, there's a couple goofy shit as far as match goes where Tejano hits Son of Havoc with a bottle, but he has a helmet on. And this match was also even shorter than I thought, than I remembered the first time. So overall, I think that match I overrated a little bit the first time I saw it, but then I rewatched it. Like I said, it wasn't that great, and it was kind of short. And that's the thing that I'm noticing about Lucha Underground. Whenever they have short matches, they feel fucking amazing, and that's what's so great about Lucha Underground that WWE or TNA or even ROH just can't do right. NXT's mediocre. So, but Tejano and Son of Havoc, it was okay. I'll give you that. Son of Havoc won eventually. And then that eventually led to Mac and Son of Havoc. And they should have easily added a different stipulation. By far, they should have added a different stipulation. And maybe give it a little bit more time than just 5 minutes. And also, they made a false count anywhere. And Son of Havoc and the Mac tried to have a great match, but it was short, so that's the problem with it. And then eventually Son of Havoc won, and then there was 2 contracts, one for a bunch of money, and then the other one for a chance for Ultima Lucha 3 at the main event. So therefore, Son of Havoc won. He chose the contract that gave him the chance to be the world champion next year. And then they changed plans, and then he's like, it's going to be contract versus contract. You're going to put that contract on the line, and then if your opponent beats you, he gets them the money. So sure enough, Famous B walks in. He's like, there's a doctor in the house, Dr. Wagner Jr. I haven't heard much about him, and I got a chance to kind of see some of his highlights. He's pretty good. So then, a little bit old too, I'll say that. But Dr. Wagner Jr. beats Son of Havoc in like a couple minutes, and eventually he wins the money. So I was like, alright, bad match, but good booking. And I saw part 1, and I'm like, oh, not bad. It was pretty good. And then part 2 happened, and I enjoyed this one a lot. I really enjoyed part 2 a lot. particularly with the whole Dario Cueto killing the guy that Joey Ryan sent, and it was just like great as far as like the segments go. Segments, you can never go wrong with them. And then this one hyped you up a lot for part 3 of the show. But my favorite match of part 2 was the one that I'm about to talk about. The Aztec Medallion match between Marty the Moth, Sexy Star, Mariposa, Daga. Who am I missing? I'm trying to remember all of the names. Killshot. The guy from the Disciples of Death. I forgot the name of the dude. And I forgot the guy that looks like Black Panther. Let me like search him up real quick. I am sorry that I did not come prepared for this, but I'll do my best. Not Black Lotus. What the fuck? The guy that looks like a panther. I forgot his fucking name. I'm sorry, guys. But anyways, that guy just stole the show. He was one of the best things of the whole match. He just like stole the show. It was just total nonstop. It was just great. And then even Daga looked pretty good in this match. So I was just happy about that. Anyways, so I'm sorry, I'm still looking through this stuff. But yeah, he definitely like kicked ass in the match. And eventually he got eliminated by Marty the Moth and Mariposa. I'm spacing out, I'm sorry guys. I'm just trying to find the guy's name. I'm just like struggling to try to find this guy's name. Give me a minute. Yeah, I can't find him. I swear to God, it's just crazy. I can't find him. Yeah, I'm sorry guys, I can't find him. So anyways, eventually Sexy Star wins by making Marty the Moth tap out. I know it was a great mark out moment, and people are gonna say I'm overrating, but I'm saying it's 4 stars. It's just Nightclub. There you go. I found his name, Nightclub. Nightclub was amazing in this match. Just bunch of flips and shit. So we got a star. We got some other stuff going on. So overall, this was just an amazing thing for me to see. I'm sorry, I'm on Instagram. Anyways, so that happened, and that was easily my favorite match of part 2. And a lot of people are saying that the match of the night overall was Mil Muertes and King Cuerno. I don't like it as much as everybody. It's still a great match, I believe, but not like. And that's another thing. Not every match is that great in this show, and I'll explain more as I move on to the show. So, Mil Muertes and King Cuerno have a death match, and it's going crazy, just beating the fuck out of each other, just like around the arena. I thought it was a false count anyway for a second, but as I rewatched it, and I've said this even the first time I watched it, but it did feel like Mil Muertes was beating the shit out of King Cuerno. Like it was, I swear, I felt like I was watching Seth Rollins versus Brock Lesnar from Battleground, only in a much extreme and hardcore way. Easily much better than that. Don't get me wrong. I mean, and at least that one had a finale. So it was just an overall great match, but I don't think it was my match of the night. And it gets better now that I think about it. And then King Cuerno leaves like in a hospital, and there's that. Then we get to part 3, the part that I've never talked about ever until now. And then we kick off with Pentagon Jr. walking through this tunnel because Vampiro told him to. And then he fights himself, and then he's no longer Pentagon Jr. He's now Pentagon Dark. So it was just really cool to see that, and a new change for Pentagon, and especially for like later in the show. But we kick off with actual matches. The Worldwide Underground, Tyler, PJ Black, Jack Evans, and Johnny Mundo versus Aerostar, Drago, and Phoenix. And all 3 of them had their moment to shine, but what pissed me off was the referee, like, nope. And I guess they try to build it up as a story, like, all the referees actually do their job here. So I get why they did that, but I was just like, dude, Lucha Underground's been going on, and anything's been going crazy, so why bother? And some other stuff are going on. It was still a good to great match, I'll say. And eventually Team Phoenix won the championship, so that was great to see. Then we get El Dragón Azteca Jr. versus Black Lotus. Now everybody knows that this is the match I've been anticipating for the most out of Lucha Underground. Out of all the matches that we were announced for Ultima Lucha 2, this was the match I was looking forward to the most. Sure enough, it was kicking off. I was getting excited. I was like, oh shit, oh shit. And then the match was 4 minutes. How? Pentagon Dark comes out and beats up both of them and breaks both of their arms, both Black Lotus and El Dragón Azteca Jr., showing that Pentagon Dark has just gone hardcore as hell. And then he demanded his match to happen right away. So there we go. We got Matanza versus Pentagon Dark, and I was excited because this match is just gonna be no holds barred, no disqualification, extreme rules, whatever you want to call it. And it was also kind of a short match. And still, it did feel like Matanza, even though Matanza was beating up everywhere, and it almost felt like it was more Dario Cuero versus Pentagon Jr. due to the Dario Cuero interference constantly throughout the show. Then Vampiro gives him a. Oh, by the way, that reminds me. Vampiro throws away his like pills and stuff like to get ready for this match, but eventually Vampiro gives him like a barbed wire bat, and then eventually, like I said, Dario Cuero interferes, and then Matanza hits him with the bat, and he beats him 1, 2, 3. It was a short match, but it was still kind of okay. And so I wouldn't compare it to Brock and Dean from WrestleMania, but kind of similar. I don't know. I'm comparing Lucha Underground matches to Brock Lesnar matches. It's pretty crazy. So there was that, and I was pretty disappointed. But as far as story wise goes, it was a perfect match, especially when Pentagon left and then Vampiro's just leaving all upset. And then from there we get to Taya and Ivelisse, and this match was great, good to great, maybe okay. I don't know why I said great, but Taya beats Ivelisse because Katrina interferes, and they fight for a while because this feud has been building up since season 1, not even like the beginning of this season. It's been building up since the very first episode of Lucha Underground all the way to here. Maybe not quite the first episode, but like around there, I would say. And next, whenever we get this match in season 3, which apparently is coming out in November, so I'm excited for that. It's gonna be off the chains, people. And then Taya beats her, and then overall they had some pretty good stuff there. And then Katrina gives her the lick of death, death. And then also Katrina had a really sexy outfit, so she put like her tits all over Elise's face, and I don't know, it was just the greatest lick of death I've ever seen, honestly. Not to be like a perv or anything, but I'm just saying it was. And even with the promo that she said, death comes to everyone, including you, bitch, because Ivelisse calls everybody a bitch. So, oh my god, I'm excited for this match when it happens. So, there's that. And that's the problem. I'm excited for next season, but the fact that it keeps setting up next season is just the problem. Like I said, Iron Man 2, it kept setting up the Avengers, but it wasn't quite working on its own movie. But then we get to the main event. Rey Mysterio Jr. and Prince Puma have the match of the night by far. I enjoyed this match. This is the one truly good match of the night. And I'm sorry for those people who say that, oh, Rey Mysterio don't got it anymore. Yeah, I'm sorry. He still got it. And I got to take the blame for it because I know this match is going to be good, but I don't think it's going to be this good. Considering that Rey Mysterio has gotten a little bit old, but Prince Puma just like all these swerves, even Rey Mysterio doing some 619 to the outside. Prince Puma hits his own 619, the reversals, the Hurricanranas. It was just like a great Lucha Libre type match, so that's what made it so damn great. And then eventually the winner, which I'm disappointed about, was Rey Mysterio, but the way it ended, it just worked perfectly. Like Rey Mysterio going, these are your people, I'm done. And then he like leaves, and that could have been the perfect way to send off Rey Mysterio if he wanted to retire. Perfect way to send him off. But Prince Puma just like stands there like, yep, I won. And it was by far my favorite match of the night. I almost gave it 5 stars, but then I rewatched it. Yes, it is kind of a little old and stuff, but Rey Mysterio is a little bit old, but he still got it. He still got it for enough to give us a match this amazing. So I wouldn't quite say that. And plus, I enjoyed some other matches in Lucha Underground more. So there's that. So I think you could watch this show overall. Oh yeah, I forgot 2 more things. Vampiro is like saying goodnight to everybody. Then Pentagon Dark comes, punches Matt Striker, and then takes Vampiro, gets the barbed wire bat and this makes him bleed. He's licking the blood. He's calling it food because Pentagon Jr. is dead. Pentagon Dark's bat is around. Vampire basically created a monster, and Pentagon is like, now I'm the master. Damn it. And I can't tell if he's a good guy or a bad guy, but I'm pretty sure he's a bad guy now. And it's crazy now because now the darkness in Pentagon can no longer be stopped. So that's what made that moment alone so great. And it was kind of weird that it happened. I wish it kind of happened right after the match between him and Matanza happened, but instead they just have it now. So then again, we get also the Dario Cuero getting arrested. He leaves getting arrested, and then he's just like looking down, and he smiles again, and then it says to be continued, the same way Ultima Lucha ended last year. That was just perfect. So then, like I said, I think the show is okay. It's good. There's a lot of good stuff about it. There's a lot of great matches on it, and there's a lot of good things to set you up for the next season. But overall, there's some matches that I wish didn't happen, or they could have done them in a different way, or they could have actually given them enough time to have an amazing match. Because I'm pretty sure some of these matches could have been some of the best matches of the year. And I'm not just saying that because I've been excited for Black Lotus and El Dragon Azteca Jr., but not even that match. I mean, Taya and Ivelisse could have been even better. The unique opportunity, Son of Havoc and Mac could have had a better stipulation, even though it was the same as Mac and Cage. But like it could have changed it up a little bit, and it could have gotten more time. The Dr. Wagner Jr. segment I actually enjoyed more than other people. And the the 6-man tag team matches. At this point, I love them. But the fact that I watch them in WWE, I watch them in TNA, it's kind of like hard to watch a 6-man tag match, but I'm still enjoying them, so there's that. But like I said, Rey Mysterio and Prince Puma, that's the match you gotta watch. So overall, I think I'm excited for season 3. I'm hearing it's coming out in September. I'm really excited for that. Anyways, it's me, the ALE Double X, here to give you my thoughts on Ultima Lucha. Subscribe to this channel if you haven't. And by the way, I'm gonna give it an 8 out of 10. 8 out of 10, B plus. And I can't quite give it an A minus. But yeah, I think it was, if you grew up with Lucha Underground, if you've been watching it over and over, then this is the show for you. Just know that there's some matches that you might wanna be thinking about. So anyway, that's me, the ALE Double X. Subscribe, do all that cool shit for me. It'll be great. And until then, I'm out. Thank you guys.